Hey everybody, you're listening to stand-up comedian and coloring book critic Warren B. Hall. You guys thought I was joking about being a coloring book critic. I'm very serious about that. And back to our show. We're doing something different. I'm going to be working with Tony Mack, a.k.a. Tony McCord, a.k.a. Who is Tony Mack? Longtime friend, first-time caller. He's going to be with me. I'm actually in the car right now driving to his house. And then we're going to go to Morty's Comedy Club in Indianapolis to do this show for a black sorority. So this is something new for both of us. Neither of us has done a black sorority show before. So I think they're the Lambdas. I'm not positive. Little reference for those of you over 30. It should be interesting. But here's what we're doing, right? We don't expect the show to go well. In all honesty, we think weird things are going to happen because it's a late show, like a late show. Like we might not take the stage till midnight kind of show. So that feels weird. Already, these women are going to be drinking well before midnight. So that should be very interesting for comedy. I assume if they don't like what you're doing, they will tell you, maybe even draw you a picture of what you can do to fix it. So anyway, I'm on my way to Tony's. He's a little nervous about the show. I'm not nervous at all. After the show, I might go back to my room and cry like a baby. You know, I might buy a razor and then ask somebody at the front desk, which way do you go if you're serious about ending it all? Is it straight across? Is it diagonal? If you know callers, call in. I'm joking. We're not ending anything. The show's, I think we're going to have a good time. I think it's going to go fun. But I think it'll just be interesting to tape before. We're going to tape 10 minutes before the show. And then right after, we're going to finish the rest of the podcast so you can hear our highs and or our lows while we are still feeling them. I think it's going to be funny. I'll be back with comedian Tony McCord.
All right, guys, we're back. It's me, Warren B. Hall. I told you what's going on when I was in the car. We're here at the show. It's probably about maybe 6-7 minutes before Tony Mack's about to go on. Here's what happened tonight. It's a poetry slam, poetry jam, and it's going great. Everybody's loving it. Each guy's been more deep than the last guy. Tony, it's an all-black audience. You know they're going to give you the truth. They've been yelling stuff out during the other acts. How do you feel, first of all? How do you feel to be here?
Wait a minute. They're all black? Oh, God.
I forgot to tell Tony they're all black. But
Okay.
honestly, how do you feel before? Because I want to be able to put this with how you feel after.
How I feel before. You know what? It's a good feeling and also a little nervous feeling, sort of, if I had to describe it in a word. Only because the energy that I have inside, I want them to have inside them. By the way, there's a lot of ladies. And I want it to be something they enjoy. You know, they had a great time from beginning. If this for some reason happens to go south and this is my last show, that it's been a ride, you know? And I appreciate Warren offering me this opportunity to make black people laugh. Yeah.
See, and I mentioned this in the car. I just want to be specific where, as comics, it's easy to make a mixed room laugh. People who are white, black, Chinese. If it's mixed, that's so much easier because everybody enjoys laughing at everybody else. Now, they say black audiences tend to be the toughest audiences. Do you agree with that?
I would tend to agree with that.
So that's mainly the point. Because people who are listening, we're like, why are they down on black people? We're not. We're just saying.
I love black people. I love them.
Everyone has done well. There's no other comics. We are the only comics on the bill, which that's why it feels weird to us if you don't get it. It feels weird to us because it's not like 10 comics are going up. All poets are going up, and they're all killing, and we're the only comedians. So it's like we don't fit in. And they're all black, which makes a tougher audience right there.
Well, that and they haven't laughed per se. Like they're in a different mode right now. It's very deep and introspective. It's not funny per se and light. So we've got to literally flip the room into a different mode altogether. So it's at these times where you wish you had the cheat codes where you could be like, oh, okay, well, let me go ahead and do Bill Cosby's greatest hits. But because that would be plagiarism on some different levels, and that wouldn't be, you know, a good thing. We have to go ahead and do the jokes that we brought with us. So that's where we are.
See, I think in comedy, I think that's the cool part, though. Like, If it goes well, I did this. I brought this. If it sucks, I'm gonna burn alone, and this is my pain.
Well, I'm gonna tell people that you wrote these jokes, so that's where that is. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've talked to you beforehand. We'll talk to you again after. Hopefully, we're both ingratiated by the audience. Hopefully, they enjoy us. In all honesty, I'm not worried like I was beforehand because everybody's doing well, and the audience seems like they want to enjoy what you're doing.
I think that is a very accurate statement.
The other thing is, I forgot to mention is, Tony is newer to comedy. I am older to comedy. I got over a decade under my belt, so, a show is kind of a show.
Yeah, well, and he says a decade worth of shows, and I have 10 shows. That's the problem. That's really a problem that people should tell you before you start trying to take paid gigs. That you should probably, have a few more years under your belt. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and, if they stone me, I love you, Mama. And Daddy, I miss you too. DJ, you can have my pillow. And I think that's really all I can say about it.
All right, well, we're going to let Tony get his head together because in a couple minutes he'll be up on stage in front of the audience. Then we'll be back after he'll do his set, I'll do my set, and then we'll come together and let you know how it went. Talk to you in a few. All right, we're back. We just did our sets. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to let Tony go first.
It went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. I killed it. I ripped from root to fruit. Just like I thought I would if you checked the records earlier before I got on stage. I said, listen, this is what I do, okay? I'm moving units, so I should probably be just fine with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? So
you guys remember, he wanted to hold my hand before the show. He wasn't sure how he felt about it. He wanted me to read to him. He did great. He did amazing. He came out. He did what he was supposed to. I feel like I'm a corner man. He came in. He jabbed at first. He danced around for a quick second. He didn't look afraid, which is what I was very proud of. He didn't look afraid because he's still a newer comic. He's still counting his shows on two hands. So that's how new he is. I lost count yesterday. But I was very proud of him. You did great. You did exactly what you're supposed to. The only thing we didn't do, tape the actual set. So sadly, there's no proof about anything I've just said right now.
God. I'm so sad about that, too. I can't even tell you. I did untested. I opened up with untested. That's not good. You're not supposed to do that. But when you're a vet, like myself, getting in the game, moving units, you tend to do well like that, So I'm sure there's a few females out here ready to see Daddy do work in other places, other venues, if you will. Hello. Anyway, for anybody that's listening to this, I told you I was going to do work. And what did I do? I did work.
This is the part where I'm going to replay the clip of you like, please, Mama, I love you. What'd you say? Your brother could have your pillows or something, didn't you? You gave stuff away. You gave stuff away before this. But anyway, it went amazing. We're going to watch the rest of the show. Actually, I think...
That's it? Oh.
Uh-oh.
We got to go.
Okay, so yeah, they were calling our names to run up on stage and take a picture with the other artists. So we, of course, did that. But anyway, that's it. That's all we really got to say for this one. It went great. We'll probably tape another podcast later. This is a mini pod. My name is Warren B. Hall. You just listen to Tony Mack, a.k.a. Tony McCord, a.k.a. Who is Tony Mack.
Also, Tony Mack and cheese if you're nasty. Hello. All right.
Talk to you later.